Hola. Hola. Hola.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Good, good,
What I
good, good,
can't
good.
is find my glasses.
Mine is all the way over there, so I hope that I can see this chat from where I'm sitting at. I sound like Cat in the Hat. Got it going on like that.
I never
uh,
lose my glasses though. That's crazy.
Only old people forget. I got you before you could get me tonight.
Rude.
Welcome, 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 everybody. This is Hump Day Happenings. We are week 2 of hashtag Blinging in the New Year 2026. And tonight, wrong way. My featured guest is going to be Mann Bun. Woo, 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 woo. I'm pretty sure there's a buzzer in here for it, but I don't know how to use it. I'm gonna Before we get started, I'm gonna have you guys post what's the weather like in your neck of the woods. And now I'm gonna go to the chat and say, welcome. Hello, my nuts. Look at you. Look at you. First and foremost, hey Tammy, cuz what's going on? MCR's in the house. Let's keep it scrolling. It looked like, Momo. Hi, Mo. Almost in the house. MCR says, so glad it's Wednesday and all my meetings are finished for the day. Now I get to hang out with fun and happy people. Well, welcome in. Hey, Linda, how you doing tonight? Peggy. Peggy says, hi, everyone. Coming along with her painting. Well, welcome in. There is Crafting with Mary. Mary was on the show last week. How are you feeling, Mary? I hope you're feeling a lot better. As you can see, I'm feeling much better myself. Gail! Hello, Gail. How are you this evening? Alrighty, and we have Koopa Kai. Koopa Kai says, hi, everyone. Kind of going to be lurking tonight. Had a long few days. Gentle hugs to everyone. Well, I hope that you get to feeling a little bit better. Rest up because Koopa Kai has a like a small ones type mini collab that's starting next month, February 1st, with my sis JRob. That's DP Addiction Adventures. So make sure you rest up. That's going to be a lot of fun. And whatever canvas you guys select, you can also use. Just make sure you speak to it. And hashtag Love Is in the Air 2026. So that will be starting up where we get to sit and we get to interview creators in the community, the diamond painting community. We talk to them about love, how they fell in love, how they found love, and how their journey for new love is going. I'm moving over from there. Let's see. Do we have any new people coming in? Everyone's saying hello. Lizzie's in the house. Lizzie, my bestie. Lizzie, I hope that you're doing okay. I know it's cold and snowy up there. Rochelle's in the house. Hello, Tia. Hey, everybody. Look at that. Alrighty, so we have the weather starting up. Everyone say, hey, Mann Bun. Alrighty, so with that said, how are you doing this evening? How's it going in your neck of the woods? What's that weather like there?
Cold. Real cold. Extra cold and some more cold.
What does that mean? Is
Um,
this, do you have, I hear there's white stuff called snow.
no, there's no snow.
Okay, well, that's
Normally,
good.
from what my sister says, it snows when it's warmer, which is odd to me, but yeah, she said it snows when it's warmer. But it hasn't snowed in a couple weeks and it's just been cold. Today we were outside. I think it was 30 something degrees. I was trying to
That's,
look it up, but I
hey,
know right
listen,
now it says it's 22.
listen, you from here. That's freezing. That's freezing. So
It's
you
cold.
waiting on it to go lower than that? Because that means it's below freezing. Are you serious?
No, it did that a little bit in like I think it was November, but just for a little while.
We were still in the pools then. Are you serious? I
Yeah.
know you
Mm-mm,
missing me. I know you missing
mm-mm.
me. I know it. So, with that said, I know if you guys are new to the channel and new to the collab hashtag blinging in the new year, then you may not be familiar, although I'm pretty sure you've heard his name, with Man Bun. So he is someone that idolizes me. He was my first original fitness.
That's true.
I think that our light bulbs for diamond painting, once his clicked on, we were just, I don't know. It's like we came out the same womb. Talk about like your experience, how you came into diamond painting, and what you've
Let's
gone
see.
on to become known for.
If I remember correctly, um, I was changing desks at work. They moved me to a new team. So I had to sit closer to my manager at the time, who sat behind you. And
Hmm.
so they sat me over there in the cubicle with you, like it was like a little double one.
It was
And they
four of
sat
us.
me over there behind you. And so I went when I was bringing my stuff over to the area. You had a painting on your desk. I don't know if you had brought it to show or what you was doing with it that day, but I just looked over and I was like, what is that? Like,
I
and
was
then
letting the
you was like, oh,
creativity
yeah, it's
flow
my
at work.
diamond painting. Yeah. And I was like, I saw those online, but I was kind of wondering what they look like in person, like if it was something that I would think was cool. And so you started showing me, yours and, how you was doing stuff. And I was like, okay, I think I might want to do one. So I went to the little website and started looking, and then we started talking about, possible paintings to start with. But I didn't listen. You told me to try to get something small. And yeah, no. I started with the really big paintings because I just wanted to do a particular painting. It was like, what was it, the Disney princesses? And
That's
then,
when, yeah, the princesses had came out. I think this was
yeah,
2019 at this point, maybe.
yeah. And I was just trying to get a painting. I just wanted to buy a painting so I could try to, do it and stuff. And then I saw they had multiple, princesses, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try to get one and start. And then you started to hit me with the, well, those things do sell out real fast. They'll be there today and gone tomorrow. And and then I think I went and got every last one of them that was there. It was crazy. And then you was like, "What did you do?" But you were the one that made me do it.
Okay, so let me give them some perspective on this. Um, how long did it take anybody that's been here since before, I'm going to say 2020, September 2020? How long did it take you before you went gold, or what is it, diamond or platinum with Diamond Art Club? He went, what was it? He went gold. He went to VIP in a month. So when I'm like, what did you do? It wasn't like 6 months in and, he got a little bit of stash and we're like, slow your roll. This was 30 days. He
I
is
got everything.
VIP. He getting the same early email as me. I'm ticked. He's texting me like, "Do you see this?" I'm like, "What you mean? You got 30 more minutes. You better hold up." He like, "Oh no, I went VIP." What do you mean? So, what are you talking about? So this is what I'm like. Slow down, Even me, I'm a big enabler, and I love. We gonna get together. We gonna have some fun. We gonna
Mm,
shop together. Like I told Matt, I don't see him in the house tonight, but I told Matt, look, you like diamond painting? He told me he couldn't. He couldn't be buying so many diamonds. we gonna find some money. We're gonna find you some money. Matt bought 2 or 3 diamond paintings going into the Christmas season. So you know me, I'm big on enabling, but I was like, oh no, we
Yeah.
got you doing too much. We got to slow you down. So what was it about? Because I remember my son was like gun ho. Yeah, you know, he used to diamond paint with us. So he was gun ho, but he used to shop my stash. You know, he get his little sack, come out, and then be shopping my stash. For you, what was it about diamond painting that, you know, it just reeled you in so fast?
Um, I guess I've always been a crafter. Like I've always liked art and like, little different things and stuff like that. So I think at the time I was looking for something to do. Like I needed something to do. You know how it was at work when we're sitting at those desks. Yes, we would be horribly busy, but what we were going through sometimes we had to have something to like just kind of mellow our mind. And even if you could only put like 2 diamonds down before you took the next call, it was like, okay, I'm refreshed. I'm recycled. So I was looking for something to do and then something that could possibly be something that I was doing, at our desk. And that was why I had come across them. But I guess like it was like for me kind of like a thing that I knew it was something I needed to do when just out of the blue they moved me out of nowhere. And then the day they moved me, I was moved to where you were, and then you had a diamond painting sitting on your desk that I had been looking at, those things for a while, but didn't have nobody to talk to because nobody else around me crafted or anything. So it wasn't like I had a group or a community or knew where to go to be like, hey, can you guys tell me some more about this? Can I just, so I didn't buy it. I had been looking at it, I think, for months. And I just kept looking like they look cool, but I don't know. And so when I finally moved over there to you and I saw you with one and I was able to actually like view you doing it and what was going on, it really was like, just something that like kicked that part of me to go again, like, oh, I want to do something. And then like it was crazy because I don't even know. I know probably that'd be the next going into the next question. Like, how would like, why or what made me think of customizing them? Like, but I don't even know honestly how that came about. I just looked at something and was like, I wish this was a little bit more shinier, or I wish that was a different shade, or something like that. And then I think it was you. You were like, oh, well, you could get, you see, enabling. I think it's always you. You could get some customized diamonds. You could go here or there, and you could get some different ones. And yeah,
That was
opened up
Teemaw.
that
That
worm.
was
Yeah,
how
you
I
opened up that worm.
but then you had Teemaw on speed dial. I never had her on speed dial. So we were at a retreat. I think it was 2020. We were at a retreat and she called you by your whole name. And she said, how you doing? I was like, who? She was like, your body. He sat next to you. I was like, what did you call him? She said, she talking about how y'all used to talk.
Yeah,
What's up,
because it was
Matt?
like
So
when I'm working, like she's like my go to, my muse, because I'm looking at stuff, I'm changing stuff. I go through the paintings and decide what I want to change, and I look up stuff and try to figure out what matches it. And then sometimes I'll just talk to her too, like when I make an order for something else or whatever. And like sometimes she'll have new stuff and she'll be like, oh, I've got, these things and I'm going to send you a one or two, let me know what you think or whatever. And, I'll start incorporating those things into the paintings and, stuff like that. So yeah, it blew up after that. Once you told me I could literally do what I want. I don't like following directions.
you sure don't.
Following directions.
It's all your world, boo. It's okay. Now, what would you say is your labor of love? Like your most artistic that you were the most, because I got a lot of your work queued up, ready to go. But I want to know from your perspective what you felt was like your piece de resistance.
That's a real hard one because they all are labors of love. So, I mean, and they all have given me several gray hairs. So, man,
Not
I
gray
mean,
hairs.
if I had to just pick one to actually, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but that I actually put most of myself into, like actually, like going past what I normally do, I would say it would be Princess Di. That one I had more of a, emotional, for me, an emotional attachment to. So I looked at it. I said, I got to have that painting because it's Princess Di. And then when I got it and got to get ready to start it, I was just like, it's too black and gray. It's too monotone. And I didn't want to take too much from the original, but I did also not feel like it gave the what I was feeling it needed to give as far as the color, also as far as the, just the for me the regalness, the grandeur of Princess Di herself. Like it was just too monotone for me. It was just black and gray. And I was like, this just doesn't fit me. So I had to like really just I sat down and I just kind of channeled how I was feeling. And if I was like looking at her, like if this was her coming to me, if she was like, how would she look if she, like, and I got that kind of floating light kind of feel, like, that like, so I just wanted to kind of encompass that and make it like that light, that glow, and then use colors that were more happy, like more vibrant, still get the feel, but still at the same time, still have the emotion of what the painting for me was portraying, which was, her passing and missing her, but also that she is okay where she's at. She's in a better place. And, just the look of it to kind of go there. And like, I know it's hard to see in the video, but like that was one of the things. Teemaw sent me a lot of pearls right before I did this picture. And so I had exchanged out like the pearls. I put pearls in her ears. I like did the earrings, the whole crown I did differently than what it was like done. It's hard to see in that picture or that video because, in those videos, it's hard to like capture the real essence of the individual diamond sometimes. But that was
It is
really,
so
I'd say, my
gorgeous.
labor of love.
I agree. I think that this is so gorgeous. I I know exactly what you mean when you say that she had an aura that needed to be conveyed. Like, and it's very difficult sometimes because when we get the artwork, it's 2D and it's fun, we're plucking away. But then, we want to exhibit some creativity and kind of make it our own. And that's what this Blinging in the New Year collab is all about. Just how do you see this canvas? It's a depiction by the artist, but then you can render it from your own eye and using your own creativity. I love what you went on to do with this canvas, but you know me. Your creativity didn't just kind of stop there. There was a lot of works along the way, a lot of works along the way. And I gotta be honest, one of my
I know where you
favorites,
going.
one of my favorites, and let me get this work of art queued up. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going because
Mm-hmm.
I ask for this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the
I'm gonna give
time.
it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
I
We gotta
am
put it in a
sure.
frame.
I'm sure that this is gonna be mine one day. So let me
I'm gonna
show
put
the
it in a
people.
frame for you.
But the artistry. So this is eye makeup that you blended yourself.
Yeah, that was
Gorgeous,
hard.
gorgeous. The flower itself in the hair, the lips. You know you wasn't right giving that girl these big kissable soup coolers. Um, you wrong for that. Look at so. I mean, obviously, we can look at it and we can definitely tell that these are not the regular resin drills. What did you leave? We clearly know that there was a lot of customization going on.
The only thing in that painting that is original would be if you look close, some of those dark greens around those
Okay.
edges. The 310s, of course, they always stay the same. Her hair
Yeah.
and her skin tone. So like
All the
some of the
rest. And
green,
when
like
I tell you,
the darker of the green, that's where the original was to kind of. I was trying to see if that's where I was kind of learning on how to shade and shadow and trying to figure out how to put certain diamonds up against each other, like
yeah,
sparklers next to regulars, next to, metals next to this, like what actually worked and what didn't. Um, but like, yeah, only thing original was her hair, and her and some of those greens. I did the background. That's all done. Um, all of
wow,
that. Everything was sparklers in that one.
wow,
Yeah, I
beautiful,
went crazy.
beautiful. Now, how much do you find yourself spending in an extra medium to bring about these looks? Like, how much did you spend on? I know how much you spent, but I want you to recall it. My mama was
let's
falling out her chair over how much we were spending.
let's not let's not scare the people.
She was like, "Y'all act like y'all really brother and sister. Like I had
let's
both of
not
y'all at the
let's not scare the
same time."
people with big numbers now. But I mean, it honestly just depends on what I'm changing in a painting. For that one, I think I may have spent, and it's hard because sometimes I will buy diamonds for multiple paintings at the same time. I'll I'll take pictures of the actual paintings that I think I'm gonna want to do, and then I'll just start going and going and going, and then the next thing I'll do is start ordering for multiple pictures. So I think that order it may have come. I mean, that one I think was around maybe possibly $300.
Yeah, I think it was just a little over 300.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was a little
But
over 300.
in my defense, like I said, I was buying for multiple paintings at that time and large paintings because I was finishing. I think that's when I was finishing Snow White. I had started this one. I had got the Love in the Dark Jack Skellington one keyed up to where I knew what I wanted to get. So I bought, I think, the stuff for that one too. And yeah, so it was like, it was a few. So I know, but like normally for one painting, again, it just depends on the size of the painting. Those were those large paintings, so it's not fair to put me on the spot. Like,
Sure it
those are the
is.
big boys. But like for the little ones that I've just done, like they're cheaper. Like, I spend maybe 20, $30, depending on how much I'm changing, for a smaller painting.
Yeah, this is love at
But
its
see,
darkest.
and
And
it just it gets out of hand with me because I'll start and say when I start buying that I just want to, maybe change her eyes and her lips and maybe do a little accent. And then it turns into that entire dress is sparklers. Her entire background is sparklers. Jack's little outside sparklers. There's pearl in his face. The whole like entirety of that background except for the heel is sparklers. Her hair, the entirety of that is sparklers.
now,
Like
do
it
you
just
find yourself doing a one-to-one swap, or will you like completely change something out?
it depends. I will try my best to do a one to one or something close because I want to keep the essence. Normally, I want to keep most of the essence of the picture. I just want to enhance it. Like for me, I don't normally be like, oh, I don't want this or I don't want that. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll look at a painting and be like, I don't like blue. I'm gonna make that purple. Like, but it'll still have to fit. It still has to fit. You can, I mean, you can, but like in my mindset, you just don't like change it and then it doesn't fit. But everything and everyone is different. For me, like I said, it's more keeping the spirit of the picture because, like, with me, I had a I don't even know how to say it, a painting crush on Mandy Manzana. Like, so
Yeah, you have
like I
done a lot of
loved
her work.
her stained glass look, and like that really, it had me in a cycle. And with her stained glass look, it was easier for me too to learn like on the keys of what I needed to change, how I needed to change it, because she would block certain sections. If you look, every section is separated, so I could work on a section at a time. I could just chop out that piece of hair and then, go back and forth over it over and over again till I figured out how to, make it work. So I really, I really liked her works. So it was it was like I wanted to enhance it. I didn't want to take from her art. And like remember we had that conversation when it came to Diana because I kind of felt bad because I was like, I don't want to say like I'm talking bad about Mandy. I'm not. I just don't think that the picture needed some different color. Like but yeah, like all her stuff was just too it was too calling to me. So I just that was the very first painting that I actually did.
Okay.
And I was working with the metals, and as you can see, like you can see from me, you can see the progression. At least I can see my progression in customization because I was learning. This was my first painting, and I was learning. I can see what I don't like about it. I don't like the way that I tried to blend the area around her neck with the diamonds and stuff. The
Mm-hmm.
colors were too muted for me. Now, my favorite part of this picture is how soft I was able to create her makeup. That
Yes.
makeup went all the way up into her eyebrow, but it was so soft and
Yes, you
subtle
did a
for
good
her
job.
that it just kind of flowed. And
And the
that one,
lips, again, the
yeah,
lips.
yeah, I know. I had to make them bigger because they kept giving
You
these
got
thin
them,
lips.
yes. But they look nice. That's what I talked about last week on the show. And I showed, where I used the skin tone chart and things, showed everybody
Hmm.
how to get a copy of it. Um, but I mean, you customizing it, you making it your own, you giving it your own little flair and creativity. I love what you do with the lips and definitely the makeup. Now I wish you would show me how to do that to me in real life, although today I'm representing today. The lips are looking
I
but
wish
that's
I
because I
could.
knew you was gonna be on the show. I can't have you sitting there like, yeah, fix your
Mm-mm.
lips, so So they gotta look good on the day where you go. At least you gonna be on the show. So,
Yeah, because any
but
other day I just might not be watching and call you on show and be like, "Fix your lips."
fix
You
your lips.
already know.
So, but I mean, to be able to do that in a two-dimensional piece, that is just gorgeous. What is your favorite medium to work with? Is it like a sparkler? Is it a rhinestone? Is it a jelly? What's your favorite?
My favorite are sparklers. I like
Okay.
sparklers because of the most of them. The sparklers have a kind of a hue. Like they can be one color in one direction and another in another. That's what I like. Like when I did the previous or the recent paintings that I've done, the jasmine and stuff like that, I geared a lot towards the sparklers because, like, in one essence, and it's hard to show, like, because I have like some of my favorite ones here. In one angle, they'll look, a certain color, but then when you go a different angle, you can get, a different color. And so I like that illusion. When you're standing looking at the painting, you're like, oh, and if you move, it changed. You're like, wait a minute, wasn't her eyes, blue? Then you move this way and now they're red. Like, so I like those type of sparklers, the ones that like have those two-toned hues, like where they change as you move through the painting. I like those.
I agree. If you had to name, because obviously, from the time we started until the time that today present, there's been so much more innovation when it comes to the types of
Yeah.
enhancements that you can use.
Yeah.
Even Teemaw has grown a lot in
Yeah.
creating like an enhancement suggestion, and she's gotten
Mm-hmm.
creative with how to utilize her product, or sparklers, rhinestones, metallics, from, anywhere, how you can incorporate it, how you can use it. What do you see that you probably didn't use before? What do you find yourself seeing now that, you would like, you could go back and maybe incorporate into old painting, or you can see a new way of using it?
Um, I'm still looking for some things,
Hmm.
to tell you the truth. Um, I want more. I want more ranges of color. Sometimes, sometimes you don't get to, like you say, one to one. That's a really difficult thing to do in some cases. I know they've gotten better now where you could almost like just type in 818 7, and get, you know, something that literally is that it just in a rhinestone or whatever, which is simple and easy. But that's why again I like the sparklers, because there is no 818, there is no 939, or
You're
like,
enhancing
it's
a
a
hue.
sparkler.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
enhancing
have
a hue.
to I have to look at a painting and I have to know, with this hue, with this Caribbean blue that has a flicker of green, where is that gonna fit?
That's going to be a
If
good
I'm
fit.
trying to interchange it with a blue, when it flickers to green, is it going to clash with whatever colors that are
It's on the other
next to
side of
it?
the spectrum.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's really for me a difficult process to make decisions on them. Sometimes you've seen me sit there for hours,
Yes,
like
we seen
just
your Bible. Do you still have the Bible, or has
yeah.
it
Actually, I
progressed
do.
as
I
oh Lord.
do.
Mary showed, if you guys remember last week, Mary showed her notebook, full of all of her color options and things. I'm gonna show mine for the canvas I'm working on. It's nowhere near as detailed, but I can imagine, because I have done a couple of swaps. I can imagine how difficult it could be. Now I'm doing the enhancement suggestion, but as you can see, I've added three. suggestions from my own stash. I did swap one in lieu of this because I just wasn't kind of fond of that hue.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is if I have something like this and it's only three different suggestions, I can imagine what if you're customizing from
So
start to finish. Mary did the
this is
same. She,
the Bible, you call it. Like,
it's a
so this
Bible.
was me doing the work for Tiana, which I've still yet to do.
One
But
moment.
like you can see, like I took Tiana, took the painting. I actually had the painting out, and then on this side, I broke down each actual color, right? With the number, the color number, and where it goes. Like if you look, like the
Oh, I
greens are
see.
in, it says
Greens.
where all these greens are going.
Yes,
So
and
when
the
I'm sitting
gown, the
and
dress.
I'm trying to customize all my yellows, or this is where they go, and the colors and where they go, and like it really, this is why you call it that, because it's really a ledger of actual
Wow.
where, like where everything in that painting is. And like I can look at it and decide, if I'm looking at the picture and I'm saying I want to, do that green dress, like we said, I can look here and it tells me that the dress is going to be, 905, 906, 907, and 904. So I can look at that to know I've got four different colors in that dress. Now, I may be
Wow.
able to find them now, but I might not. So when I go to look at that dress, line them up in order from light to dark, and then I will try to swap them out in that order so that I have a matching one for each of them as close as possible. Because when you switch out with certain things, like with Mandy's, it's hard because you want to make sure, and in other paintings, like you want to make sure you don't muddy it. Like, if you got three colors in a section and you just put one color, you don't get the definition.
Wow.
So that's where it's hard. Like when you were looking at those other pictures and I was telling you how I was learning, and I can see like me learning, okay, that one, like I mean everybody looks at it like, and like one of my friends who paint, she said, you gotta stop doing that to yourself. We all as artists do that, which is, we'll make something and then everybody in the world will like, oh, it's so beautiful, and you spit on it, it's trash. Like, like that's horrible. Like you can see all of your mistakes. You can see all of the things you hate about it, but everybody else, like, really loves it. And it's just really crazy. Oh,
So
not Ariel.
obviously, you went small,
Yeah.
and there may be people out there who want to work on smaller canvases. Yes, you can customize those and make them your own as well. What did you do a little different here?
Um, so the four that you'll probably be showing now in that order, they were a gift. So my brother had a little baby girl, and she's one now, and they got an apartment. She has her own room now, and I was talking to her mom about how she was going to decorate it. So we had got some ideas together, and I'm a big princess fan, and she's my princess. So I said I want to do the wall. So they had these on sale, and I was like, "What about this? I'll do four different princesses and put them up on the wall." Her family is big on making gifts instead of like buying gifts. Their family, like they make each other things. So I thought this would be a good way for me to kind of show her, like, well, we can make stuff on our side too. Like, we've got talented people, and, I'd help. So all of this was just really trying to take the paintings that, like, they gave, and jazz them up to make them special for my niece, like something that nobody else has. Because only Anki did it this way, and he did it that way. Like, I added little trinkets like her necklace. And those were the pearls that I was talking about earlier. Teemaw sent me those pearls. Like, try these out a long time ago. And I had them in my box forever. And the only thing I used them on was Diana. So when I was making her, I'm like, what can I do? And I just saw the way, her collarbone was poking out and just something was like, she's got to have pearls. And then I was like, what about a cross on the pearls? Like, so yeah, that was me trying to figure out how to lay them because they don't fit. Like, those weren't made to fit. So I had to line them up ever so perfectly so that the squares could go around them. Because I think she gave me those were not for, I don't think those were for squares. They were just some pearls she had just got, period. At that time, it wasn't square for this or that. Like, it was back in the day, when she was first starting. So it was like, here's some pearls I got. See how they work. And so I kept them, and I mean, they actually fit in there pretty decent, though. I was quite surprised. They covered, I believe, like 4 squares almost. But if you moved them ever so slightly, you could like slide the other squares up against them, around them, so it didn't look bad. So it actually came out better than I thought.
Well, there you go. What was your? I think that's me. One moment.
I did get lazy though on the eyes on that one. Because I was so tired and I was trying to get them done for all 4 of them had to be done by Christmas because that was her Christmas present. And so I was like, I can't fix this. It's because the way she was angled. When you see Jasmine, you'll understand the way she was angled. I couldn't, with the squares, get the angle that I wanted the makeup to line correctly. I didn't want it to come down too far, but I wanted it to kind of go back up. And then when I looked at it after I hung it up, I was like, well, I could take some out and I could do this and I could do that. But then I was like, you know what? Those little imperfections are parts of me that's in a special painting just for her. So, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm not going to, mess with it. And so I decided to just leave the little imperfections, like I said, not to overly, do it. But, it's, and I like I was saying with the sparklers, though, sometimes it gets hard. I tried to death to show you the way that her eyes look. And her eyes are green. That makeup was green. So when you move, it turns into an emerald green. You would have died when you saw that green in those. Now, Snow, I had to do a little bit different on her because, my first painting was so mute with her makeup, so light. I was like, I want to stay light, but also go heavy.
So you gave her more bold.
Yeah, so I thought the pink was heavy enough to say I'm here, but still light enough to be, airy.
Snow.
Yeah, it was light enough to be airy. So like I did her eyes and her lips in the same, and I just tweaked the lips with the outline of another darker pink. I think it was like a hot pink.
I got a small technical difficulty. I can't find the other 2.
You need me to send them again?
This is the last 2. I can't find them.
You can't never find them. Just send like them glasses.
Send them to my messenger.
Like I'm sending them right
now. I'm sitting there looking like where they be? Where they at? Let me go to the chat. I'm doing Tiana as a cross stitch conversion. I'm designing bling for this canvas. It's special because the canvas is blank. Yes. So, that girl is something else. Rochelle and we are doing a cross stitch conversion. I took a little tiny itty bitty. That was critical. She did a princess. She's doing an amazing job. I believe she got a little more than halfway done. But obviously, that's a special way to diamond paint because you are creating everything. When I say create everything, the unfortunate aspect is that not only are you creating everything, but we are hold on one second. Make sure it's still able to go. All righty. We don't have like a canvas or anything to kind of reference it and look back on. So, whew, a lot of work.
Do you have glittery threads? You like sparkler thread? Can I get sparkler threads to customize mine?
All righty.
You should have saved her for last. Now,
Look
she
at
was my
that.
favorite.
Is she your favorite?
Yeah, of the four, she was my favorite. She that one, it just worked out perfectly. Like she came out too easy. I didn't have no fight with Jazzy. Like, and her hair, if you see, that's one of the things that I was talking about with sparklers. The original painting, the highlight in her hair is I forgot what the color is. I think it's like 8 something, that dark blue. It's
Okay.
like a blue. If you look, I tried to show it because see, it looks red, but when you turn, it's actually blue. So and that's the sparkler that turns from blue
Oh,
to
the
to.
sparkler
I
gives
think
it
it's
that
called
hue.
burgundy.
Yeah.
I think that one might be burgundy bliss.
Okay. So it's given a slight
Yeah, because
bluish
like, see
red.
how it's blue?
I see it's blue
That's
right
how
there.
it's
Yeah.
intended. That's how the painting was intended. It's a blue. But
But when
I
you turn
loved
it,
that burgundy bliss and see how like it changes when you move
giving it
around the
like a flip
painting.
flop.
Yeah, that's why I love sparklers. Like they just they change and like if you look in her eyes, like the makeup on her eyes, it was like oh God, what was that color? I don't even remember what color I used, but I did something different too with these. What I did was try to do a muted lid, and so I used ABs for the lids. If you look at all the paintings separately, like their little slight lid is a AB that blends in or matches the color that I used in there. So with hers, like you can see it, and when you move around it, it changes like back and forth. I like the AB because the AB stayed solid, which is what lets you see that it's actually changing. Now, she was the first one I did, and my learning curve again with trying to work on drop dropping the makeup the way I wanted. Her eye, I wanted to go in a little bit more on, but I decided, like I said, to leave my slight imperfections the way they were. Because if you make it too perfect, then, it was me. But I decided to put highlights in her hair. If you could see, there's sparklers in her hair. Those are her highlights that I did. So, like, throughout her hair, you see the strands of gold, which was from the spindle that she pokes her finger
Uh,
on. I was just like thinking of ways to kind of like give me some motivation. How can I, change it? And then her headband, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a homage to Maleficent. So I kind of switched out the headband because
you
it was
gonna
just a
really bring
solid black.
Maleficent in here?
Yeah, I just
You
switched it
go.
out and put some sparklers in there to kind of make a jagged kind of design in
Hmm.
it. It wasn't great, but I just wanted to do something
It's
different
creative.
on it.
Yep, it's creative.
So I
It's
made that
different.
jagged design, and you can barely see it, but at the bottom, I like, she was where I started off with the looking at trying to fit the pearls in there. For the necklaces, I put like a couple of pearls around her open shirt to see if they would fit. And also, I changed the background. I blended that background out of ABs because I just didn't like the solid.
The
Um,
solid background that it was.
yeah, it was
Now
just, I
I'm.
wanted it to look more like pop art to me.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah. And so those were the four that I did for my niece. So I'm working on now the opposites of those. So I did the four princesses for her, and now I'm doing the four villains for myself to match hers. So I've only finished one so far, and that's Ursula to Ariel, because she was pretty simple. I didn't do much of a change on her. I just kind of changed the background, put some highlighted pearl kind of whites in her hair, did her eyes around her eyes, and put some sparklers in her earrings and her lips to kind of give it a little, outline and, a little something. I put some ABs around the edges of her eyes because it was like a darker gray. So I put the ABs around the edges, and then I put some sparklers on her eyelids that was kind of like a color match to what they had for the original painting. And it's hard to see the highlights in her hair, but they were like these dusk ones that Teemaw had. Like they're called dusk, and it's hard to see them like on camera. But they got glitter in the white, and they're more of a kind of mother of pearl kind of white. So
I
it's like it's really hard to
Do they
see them
glow in
on
the dark?
camera. No, they just got glitter.
Oh,
So like when you look at it, if you could see it, you could see it. It's like a shimmer, like her highlights shimmer like through her hair instead of being a different color. It's just like they're white, but like they're like more of a pearly white and they have glitter in them. But like,
wow.
she was just something pretty simple. And like that's why I say when I say not changing, but kind of more or less enhancing. I didn't change anything on her except for the background. I told you I didn't like those backgrounds. So I just made a weird design and put some sparklers in that weird design, that I wanted to just convey that it was a different background because I wanted that kind of like pop art look. So like it got a little bit of a something in the background. So, it's all about what you want to do. Could I have changed it a lot more? Yeah, but like with me being a Disney fan, again, it's with anything Disney, I'm just going to be enhancing it. I'm not going to go overboard to change perfection.
Wow. So Rochelle says, "Oh yes, her hair and eyes are gorgeous. Love it." Alrighty, you guys know tonight we are going to be doing our week 2 giveaway. That is going to be for a $25 Crafts with Crashly gift card. That is going to be awarded by gift code, and that gift code will be given to you by from DP Addiction Adventures. So I'll be reaching out to her after the giveaway. One moment while I queue it up. While I queue it up, if you guys have any questions for Mann Bun, this is the first part of a 2-part series. He will be returning on Wednesday, January 28th. So he'll be on the show then. And what we'll be doing is being able to answer some of your questions, getting some suggestions from him. If you have a canvas that, you just kind of, oh, I don't know, I had this idea. What would you do? Things of that nature. So make sure that you guys are writing your questions down, getting them ready. And then you're going to hit the subscribe, hit the bell so that you can be notified. And when we go live, I go live every Wednesday night. The name of my show is Hump Day Happenings. And you'll be able to come on in, get your questions asked and answered. I have a couple more collabs that I'm working on. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. Let's see. Thank you for sharing your work and your insights. Matt had a really good, he said, I admire the patience it has to take to go this far and make sure every shade blends perfectly. I admire it also, Matt, and I'm supposed to be the benefit of it as a sibling, and I'm still waiting to get my Daughter of Honor. Just saying. Just saying.
Then you're
I
gonna try
need,
to tell me, well, why don't I make you one? I said, do you know I could not recreate like that's like telling Picasso, I like that particular Picasso. Can you repaint that exact Picasso the way you painted it? Like
exactly the way.
It's not gonna
Exactly. Or
work.
give it up, but exactly the way.
I can't.
Exactly.
The
I,
frustrations, like when I look at it, I can see my frustration. I can see where I give up. I can see where I want to quit. I can see where I kept going. I can see where I had a good time. I can see where I was just like, why am I doing this? like I see all of my memories in each painting of like fighting, because with me each of my paintings is emotion. That's why I say when you say labor of love, I'm like, they all are. I'm going crazy.
wow. Well, tonight for the Crafts with Crashly $25 gift card. Real quickly, I guess I should show her site and some of the things that she has going on. Oops, my faux pas. You guys know I'm getting much better. I'm getting much better with my technology. I made it this. Look at y'all. Look at me. Look at me. Yes, I'm proud. Okay, Crash with Crashly. She does have a series, Blinging in the New Year. You're able to come to this page and you are going to be able to select whether you want the full product bundle and the items that you want in there, or you can select you want just the premium release paper or the accessories and the tumblers. Okay, so you're going to be able to have a little bit of fun customizing your purchase in support of hashtag blinging in the new year 2026. Yes, but you don't have to just shop for Blinging in the New Year hashtag 2026. There is Love is in the Air items. She has been sponsoring Love is in the Air for the last 4 years. So you can go there and get Love is in the Air release papers, or you can simply shop all. And she has all kinds of products. She even has licensed artwork. So if you're a fan of Mandy Manzano, make sure you guys kind of head on over and kind of support the artist in other forms. And this is hashtag 2026. We are in support of small businesses. So with that said, not done yet. Y'all, let me try my technology. Let me try my technology. All right. This is new, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna give it a whirl because I'm a squirrel trying to get a nut. And let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Um, let's see if y'all can see this. This is um let me get her information. I believe that's Carissa's Crafty Creations. She is one of our sponsors for Blinging in the New Year. What you see here is she did sponsor us for a tray. Let's see what else did she sponsor us for. This is the diamond. I'm sorry, that's a shameless plug right there. That's a pin. That's one of my pins also.
It's a shameless plug.
Shameless plug. This is the diamond painting roll that you see right here, where you're able to, it's a cuff and it's designed to help. Yes, you guys, that's my diamond paint. Y'all see where I'm at, on up into the stream of water. Okay, just saying. Y'all don't have to be like, Tia ain't doing nothing. She working hard. Not for the money, but for the diamond painting. And just wanted to make sure I'm highlighting for you guys some of the things that Carissa has going on at her shop. You guys will be able to find her information down if you guys look down in my description box. Again, we are supporting hashtag small businesses, and Carissa did create for this collab a trinket tray for us. She does have a heart-shaped diamond drill trash can, along with the canvas cuff that you see right there. That's cuff, cuff. And what it does is it helps you roll up your diamond painting so that you can, keep it from hitting the floor and things. So I do like that she supported us. Going back to your shameless plug, that is Sweet Misty Blue. That is a pin that I created a while ago. If you notice, there is the OG. hashtag blinging in the new year pin that's on the trinket tray as well. So I wanted to make sure I was pointing that items out and stuff. I have been using. I do like a trinket tray for that fact because as you can see, I have a straightener on one pin. I have a 7 placer on another pin, and then as you can see, the two Sweet Misty blue pins. One of those is a 4 placer. One of those is a straightener. And I'm a multi-placer, so I do appreciate real quickly being able to straighten up, clean up mistakes, and then jump back over to a pin with a multi-placer on the end. All righty. Man, that went well. That y'all know me. I'm doing good. So it looks like y'all are still. Oh, look at that. MCR says I love those pins. Well, if you love those pins, another shameless plug.
And now a word from our sponsors.
I'm going to tell y'all, you guys have definitely been showing me some love over on Etsy. I really appreciate it. The difference between when I had my store open before and how you guys have been reaching out and placing orders directly with me through Facebook Messenger. So they do have a feature on Etsy where you kind of make the item to order. I've been killing myself trying to make sure that I had inventory just so that when someone reached out, they could. And I never seem to have enough inventory to fully open through Etsy. I do have 4 pins up there. I have a total altogether of 24 pins. So as you continue throughout 2026, you're going to see me post additional pins. And they're going to be, other pins that I've made over the years, new, updated, better recipes. All of my pins now are being sealed with resin. I used to use polyurethane, as many of us when we first started our journey in polymer clay. But now I use resin, which makes them sturdier, makes them pretty much I don't want to say unbreakable, but there you would have to be really on purpose trying to break them with the glass coating that comes from resin. So with that said, we are now going to head back over to do what we call our giveaway. This is for a crash with sorry, I'm saying it wrong. This is going to be for a $25 gift card to Crafts with Crashly. And I believe that Gail is working real hard. Matt, you got a new job as a deputy. Matt's been deputized, and you guys should probably see him. He should have shown up in blue. He's not in blue. On my channel, and I believe on Lizzie's channel. But Matt, as a deputy in the DPPD, you're you got some duties ahead of you. uh, so let's see. Let's get back into the giveaway. If you guys are interested in trying to win the $25 Crafts with Crashly giveaway, gift card, giveaway code, make sure that you guys type hashtag IART. That's EYE art, ART. Yes, I made it a little difficult, but again, iArt, hashtag iArt. So make sure you kind of type that down in the field. Um, Deputy Matt. um, so Lizzie was asking me, she was going to go ahead on and deputize you. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it too. And she asked me the other day, have you done it? I hadn't done it yet. And so just so you know, when you show up in blue, you got work to do. We can't have my Gail working all hard and things like that. And Rhonda, when Rhonda comes in, she works hard. Rebecca, she works hard when she comes in. Rebecca's on the boat. I haven't heard. Have you heard from Rebecca?
A while ago, not
She's
too
on a
long ago,
cruise. She
but
is
it was
on
a
a
while.
cruise. I haven't heard from her. I know I messaged her the other day. She was driving to the boat. And I said, well, let me know when I haven't heard. Let me know when you board, and then keep me updated. You at least the first morning, like, call, brag. I haven't heard from. She probably making one call. She probably got Joanna, Tim, all of them all in one call. And then the rest of us, we're gonna hear about the trip when she come back.
True, I
So
wouldn't be making no calls. I'm getting my groove back.
getting my groove back. We kind of talked about her. She did show us her outfit. She down there looking cute. So hopefully, she having the time of her life. I think she deserves it. Matt says, I'm always in uniform. Lizzie out here drinking on the job. So Lizzie is fall down drunk. She didn't fell onto her sofa. She probably got her phone. If she can hold it up, she probably looking with one eye at the phone. So if there's nobody else, I'm going to start the countdown. And the
Do it.
countdown is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2. Remembering you're typing hashtag iArt. And it's for a chance to win a $25 gift card to craftswithcrashly.com. We have 16 entries. There was, I think, 28 people in. So make sure if you're wanting to win, you can get in by typing it in. I'm going to hit draw in just a minute. You didn't know I was a rapper in my prior life, did you? All righty, here we go. At 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hitting the button now. And here we go. 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 Everybody give it up. Peggy Westrom. Woo! Peggy won a $25 gift card to craftswithcrashly.com. Yay! Peggy, go ahead and make sure you reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. See me in there like that. Tia Smith. Or you can reach out to DP Addiction Adventures and let her know you won the $25 gift card. It's actually a code, I think she said, to Crafts with Crashly.
That scream.
Everyone saying congratulations. All righty. Next week, next week's the 21st. I had something. I can't remember. I did have something planned next week. I can't remember what
Something. It's something. Let's leave it as something.
it's one of you guys. Somebody that's here in the audience is supposed to be on with us next week. I'm sorry. My mind's not what it used to be.
See, I
And
told you about marketing, T. You don't let everybody know you forgot. You just say we're gonna have a special surprise.
there we
That
go.
way
We're going to
nobody
have a
knows
special
that you
surprise.
didn't know.
Boy, I tell you, if it ain't Matt, it's you. If it ain't you, it's Matt. Yo. So I do know that there is some people in the community. They had signed up with JRob in order to come on the show, kind of go over some of their canvases with us, and just live in real time, kind of discuss how we would customize their canvases and things. Now, I have done my own customizing, and you guys have seen what I did. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you guys saw what I did. I showed it last week when I did I showed how I used the skin tone chart and updated. I mean, I did her dress and everything. I added sparkle in the snow and everything. Also, next week I'm going to be showing you guys my labor of love. I did a landscape, and that landscape for me was a challenge in and of itself. One of the things I want to do is, as I looked from left to right, right to left, I wanted to create like an eerie forest, and I wanted to try to show movement, like breeze or something in the leaves and things, because that's what's eerie to me. Anyway, you guys will be able to see that next week. I'm going to have that up and figure out, because this is big. This is my largest canvas to date since I started in 2018. And I'm going to have that up and so that you guys can see it. I believe that I did a video on it. I have to find the video also. It's been a few years, like 4 years or something like that. But you guys will be able to see that. Plus, we will have one of our winners. I think JRob did a wheel so that people who wanted to participate and get their suggestions live, kind of showcase their work, will get an opportunity to come on either my show, DP Addiction Adventures, or Teemaw's DP with Sparklers. Now they go live every Friday. JRob goes live at 9 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's DP Addiction Adventures, and Teemaw goes live right after her at 10 Eastern, which is 7 Pacific, and that's DP Teemaw dash DP with Sparklers. Okay, and so let's see. It's even a surprise to Tia. I never win. Thank you. Congrats. Congrats. Of course. Yes. I never win. It's not that it was a surprise. It's you know, I'm I'm bad with it. Who is Rochelle? Can't wait. Yes, Gail, let's have some fun. Um everyone was saying congratulations. I'm still scrolling up. All righty, so I'm all caught up there. Let's see, we did our giveaway. What do I do again? Okay, there we go. You're gonna either reach out to me through Facebook Messenger, because I'm not sure how many people. I have a lot of friends on Facebook. So if we're friends and you're able to reach out to me, I think you can reach out to me directly, because I don't have anything blocking. You say, hey Tia, how you doing? I won tonight. And you show my name, obviously it's only one of you. And what we'll do is get the giveaway code to you. Just waiting on that. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you, Tia and Man Bun. Oh, night, Gail. So Peggy, you'll reach out to me. I have an email also. So if you on YouTube, you can go to my about page and it will have my email address if you prefer to reach out through email also. So a lot of people they're not on Facebook, even Instagram. I always tell people you could get me through Instagram, and some people, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you message me, I will eventually get it because I allow notifications. But I don't know how I'm speaking to. I don't know if I'm talking to you through Facebook or through Instagram or what is the other, Snapchat, even TikTok. You could talk to people directly, I think, through TikTok. I just know that I'm talking to you. This is a good thing I allow them notification. Like, oh, how many times did I reach out to you today, Man Bun? I think I hit you up like 4 times with the same message, right?
In different places.
In different places. See, I'm gonna get y'all. I just, it might be fun. It might be spin the connection, and guess how I'm connecting to you. I'm going to Etsy before live ends, and I lose it. Oh, well. Other than that, I want to thank everybody for coming out, having a good time. Remember, Man Bun will be back on the 28th. He's going to show you what he selected because he's starting his canvas, his latest masterpiece tonight, right? He's starting it tonight, I think. He's starting the
Well,
planning and things of it. So that'll be
yeah.
2 weeks from now. We'll be able to see what he came up with, how far he got in the planning stage, and if he was able to start plucking. For him, it's a process. And so we're going to show you the inner workings of that process. And then as you can see, with all the completions and the finishes, that the end result is amazing. It's immaculate. So we want to help you guys spruce up your creativity. Continue to enjoy the series hashtag Blinging in the New Year 2026. And I can't wait to see you guys. What do you have to say in closing, Man Bun?
Have a great night, everyone. And when you do your crafts, whatever crafts they are, just make sure they're yours. That's what customization for me is all about, is making it mine, making it special, making it something that even if someone else has the same painting, it's not the same. Even if they tried to do it exactly the way I did it, there's going to be something different. Even if they were able to recreate like it's gonna be something different, so make it your own and enjoy it. Like, I always say it's crazy for me, but I enjoy the craziness. It's like chaos, but at the same time, it's order. So yeah, it was great.
Well, I had a great time. Thank you so much for the first part of the series. I can't wait to have you back on the 28th. And I'll see you guys all, believe this Saturday. That's when me and Lizzie are doing our morning laugh. So make sure you guys come back, have a good time with us. Kind of go over whatever we said last time because I got a copyright strike and I don't know why. But come on out, have a little bit of fun laughing as you get your Saturday off and running. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye. Okay, bye.